Every year we make our way to this little hobby farm in Stroud. The farm belongs to one of my friend's dads, and every year we come back and it's starting to feel a little bit more like home. It's become a little tradition. Every year when I come here, I think to myself, I need to film this place and get this on the Hobby Farmers Australia YouTube channel. As you may have seen recently, we've started to put together a series of videos showcasing hobby farms from around Australia. I thought to myself, we're visiting this beautiful property every year, and I spoke to the owner Ian, and he was happy to showcase his property. Ian is a musician, author, artist and sculptor, and just an all-round good bloke. He's poured so much of himself into this place, and everywhere you look you'll find little touches of his creativity. We're going to throw it over to Ian now, and he's going to take you through some of the key features of his property.
So here we are, Andrew, at Watergum Lane, Stroud. An odd 12 acres in the Australian bush with a odd kind of almost Italian built villa in the middle of it. There we are. We can wander around the house paddock, shall we say, looking at the fruit trees. So obviously we're in the middle of winter here, but a beautiful old, very old persimmon here that is kind of produces a lovely soft fruit come summertime, and behind it the macadamia, big macadamia, which is beginning to drop more and more of its nuts at the present time. So a couple of limes, a lemon Lisbon for variety, grapefruit, brown fig nestled behind, and in fact a little native lime in behind over here as well. Now we turn around through here and we have a beautiful white mulberry. Produces fruit that people would go to war over. We have then a range of cherry guava on that side, orange, lemon Maya, which I discovered recently is a cross between a mandarin and a lemon, so sweet. And then we have the more traditional Eureka lemon. And as we come this way, we've got what I would call a soccer ball quince, where you cook the quince and you eat the saucepan throughout the quince. Behind that, a mixture of grafted apple sitting in there. And as we wander on, we get a bit of, there's a red mulberry sitting there. And then we have here a plum, Satsuma plum. Behind it, a pear. Bit of variety, we've got a pomegranate, of all things, sitting in there. As we wander around, we have an olive, and behind that, two feijoa. We've got something I really value here, a bay tree. Great for, popping in all sorts of things. Another fig. Struggles in this climate, the fig, and a pecan that does produce. So there we are on this side of the fruit trees. It's kind of more a traditionally laid out garden rather than a permaculture thing. Kind of maybe that suits my psyche a little bit. I do respect the virtues of permaculture, might I add. And so we wander through to another little section here, past an almost decrepit vegetable garden, and more a range of olives getting established here. We do have I think I mentioned a pear there, but this is actually a peach, a kumquat, which all of your children ate every last piece of fruit off, Andrew, and another orange sitting in there, and a couple of mandarins, different varieties that fruit at different times, which is handy. So other than the two potted, what do they call them, ruby grapefruits near the outside bath, that's probably the range of the fruit trees in the property.
Before we get onto the chickens living in the train carriage, make sure you subscribe. Now let's follow the kids down to Ian's secret little waterfall.
There we are. Hey Maxie, what's the story? What's that? Alright, we have a father and a daughter here. Mother was bitten by a black snake while she was on the nest, sadly, but they love watermelon and lettuce. That's their real treat when we're here. And then we might wander over to the chooks, Andrew, and the railway carriage. So the old railway carriage is on the property, but it's great for storing, you know, chook food and oil paintings, among other things. I'm running 2 runs of chooks, just different ages, and probably for getting half a dozen eggs a day, which is great. Hello girls, how you going this morning? Hey? So they get let out into a nice bigger paddock at the end of the day. This section of the railway carriage I call the Hen Hilton. Well, this is a great sculpture, isn't it? My grandfather's old chaff cutter. I love the thought that he had his hands on it. So here's another layout. All these sheds have just been built with bush posts and all second-hand material, second-hand doors. The only new things in them are probably the fixings. Now girls, what's going on here today? Oh, hello. You want to come out here into this section? Tuk 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 tuk. Tuk tuk tuk. Tuk tuk tuk. Come on. I managed to put a little wood shed in here. It's always good to have a bit of dry timber. It looks like a python's been in here because the cups are on the ground. That's a good indication of a python chasing a rat. There we are. They reckon a man that builds stone walls has got too much time on his hands, Andrew.
If you made it this far, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to follow on what's happening next in Hobby Farms Australia.